Hi all, my name is Andrew Talent. I'm the founder of DigitalRadius, and I want to talk to you today about Smartsheet and our Smartsheet team and some Smartsheet best practices. We are a Smartsheet partner, and we really believe in the platform because of its capabilities around project and portfolio management, workflow, data management, analytics, dashboards, and really the overall ability to transform how you run your business. DigitalRadius is about 2 years old. We are 20 people today. And we focus on Smartsheet as we believe it's the best ROI out there in the SaaS landscape. We've done a lot of work across many systems in the past, and we have broad experience. Previously, I was the VP of Enterprise Systems at Moderna and spent 6 years at that company helping them scale up, build out their enterprise systems platform, and become the first truly digital biotech. And I'm incredibly proud of the work I did at Moderna and the time spent there. And coming out of Moderna, my question to myself was, what do I want to focus on and what do I want to do next? And I founded DigitalRadius to take some of the lessons learned and some of the best practices and really apply them to a broader audience so that we can have an impact on the world. The idea is that between Smartsheet and related tools around data management integration, we can help rapidly improve how companies run. We can reduce costs, improve efficiency, improve project management, and overall really change how companies approach the problems that they face today and improve the overall paradigm around digital process improvement and how IT interacts with the business. So I'm going to share my screen and share just a few best practices we've seen along the way with Smartsheet. So Smartsheet best practices is really more about how do you transform your business. Built the right way, it can do many powerful things that change how you work, how your department works, how your company works. And we focus on trying to bring that value to you. We focus on how do you create those value-added solutions. We're a top partner with a deep bench of Smartsheet developers, many of whom came from Smartsheet themselves originally. We even actually have people on the team who help write many of the tests that Smartsheet currently uses. We've done over 50 implementations. We have a short client list, and we really try to focus on our clients, make sure that they're successful, that we're successful with them. And I think we've really seen it all in the Smartsheet ecosystem, and we're happy to help you out. Who is this for in terms of best practices? So project managers, leaders, operations managers looking to level up their use of Smartsheet. We have a lot of common use cases around project and portfolio management. That's probably number one, but also around sales, operations, and then into sort of how do I run my business, ERP, time tracking, ops, dashboards, and how do I manage my workforce, employees, onboarding, offboarding, worker, vendor, onboarding, offboarding, and then also how do I manage my operations within functional teams like IT service desk and IT service management. What do these best practices do for you? We really want to turn you into your company's Smartsheet hero. Many times when we come into clients, Smartsheet's underutilized. By incorporating these best practices, we achieve maximum benefit for our clients and try to minimize headaches. It's an amazing platform, and we want to help you really use it to its full potential. Best practice one, access management. Try to minimize the number of users with direct sheet access, especially admin rights. Often when we come in, everyone has admin rights. There's millions of sheets. Instead of sharing the sheet level, try to create dashboards to share data or forms to enter data. Best practice two, user management. If you have over 100 users, you should really be integrating with your HRIS platform to automatically provision and deprovision Smartsheet access based on role. This also helps you manage your Smartsheet costs. If you have under 100 users, you can manually manage accounts, but it's still better to do quarterly access reviews and make sure that you're actually utilizing those licenses. If you have less than 10 users, you can manage this by hand, but still check in and make sure that it's part of an onboarding, offboarding process, and you're sure the right people are using accounts and have access. For data management, key data like employee, customer, and project tend to be typed in many times into many different sheets. This is manual and really slows down your team. It also creates errors. I can guarantee that the data is also out of date because you're always trying to keep all of these things in sync. Instead of doing this by hand, create a data management sheet, which other sheets can refer to. Also, within the Smartsheet ecosystem, there are powerful tools, Data Shuttle, Bridge by Smartsheet, and some other ways to do this, that you can integrate data in and out of other apps. So you could bring in projects from your ERP, workers from your HRIS, customers from your CRM, for example. Best practice four, user interface. Smartsheet's evolved. We're all used to gray boxes. This is what Smartsheet looks like today, or what it can look like if you're using work apps and some of the other advanced tools within Smartsheet. It can really look like a web front end, a web app. Instead of working through the sheet backend and asking users to type information into cells, you can build clean, modern web apps where users can enter and consume data. We use that instead of direct sheet access to improve adoption. This looks and you interact with it much better. Data accuracy, you can control it with dropdowns, et cetera, sort of setting what you want them to see. And overall efficiency, you see much better adoption when you take this approach. Best practice 5, project and portfolio management. Once there are more than a few projects, best practice is to leverage Smartsheet Control Center. Control Center was the first advanced app that Smartsheet released about 5 or 6 years ago. And this lets you automate project provisioning, makes changes to projects top down, so I can add a row to all of the projects that have been provisioned with a given template, and build consistent dashboards and reports. I could lock 10 fields and say, these fields I'm always going to report against them, even if 20 more fields are created. Other things that we can do to combine with this are automations and notifications. For example, if a project's delayed, a notification can be automatically sent. That row of data can be updated to be bright red, and this new status can be flagged and added to a dashboard. That putting a huge spotlight on that delayed project dramatically increases awareness, and we've seen that this really improves project and portfolio management. Some of these are simple things, but our best practices can really help you improve performance of your PPM platform. Best practice 6, workflow and automation. Workflow is one of the most powerful features in Smartsheet. It's also where you can really take Smartsheet and turn it into an enterprise platform. Best practices for workflow apps are to leverage status updates to create notifications. So when status change, you send out that notification. Approval requests should be kept to as few tiers as possible. Think about who needs to approve and try to keep that list relatively short. Conditional reminders should be used to improve completion time percentage. So you're saying, well, maybe every day you need to send a reminder, or every few hours, depending on the scenario, complexity, and the necessity of getting it completed. Analytics can be used to manage the workflow and operations. I can take a look and see, okay, where are we at? How many of these do we have in flight? What's their status? Leverage the mobile app to improve adoption, notifications, and simplicity for your end user. We all know that notifications in many ways on our phone work better than, say, sending you an email. Our inboxes are overloaded. But we get that notification on our phone, tap on it, and take action. It can be incredibly powerful. Overall, in terms of workflow, our motto is your best people don't want to spend their days typing things into Excel or doing email-based workflows. Don't make them do that. Have them build out or work with us to build out workflow in Smartsheet that can really change the way that they work. Best practice 7, enterprise architecture. Okay, this is a super busy slide. But what's really interesting here to me is that Smartsheet should be used as part of your enterprise ecosystem. This is actually an example from a client that we built out. And here you can see that in 5 different places up top, and then also inventory and asset management, we're using Smartsheet as part of an enterprise architecture, onboarding and offboarding workers, managing contractors, managing assets, managing projects and portfolio, and giving a portfolio view, doing service accruals for finance, doing vendor requests and vendor approvals for finance. There's many more use cases. There's literally thousands of potential use cases for Smartsheet, but this is an example of how it can operate as part of an integrated environment. Integrations with other applications is a huge value unlock. And here I'm just going to give some quick mistakes that you can avoid in your Smartsheet ecosystem. You don't need everyone to have a Smartsheet account. You can share dashboards and do data entry without an account. And this is actually something we've saved a lot of money for some of our clients by taking that approach. Manual data management is not scalable. Data needs to be integrated between sheets and other applications. Typing things in repetitively in particular is difficult. Manually maintaining templates is difficult. When it's a business process, please don't break my template, please use my template. That ends up, rarely does that work over the longer term or in highly scalable environments. Solving that is what Control Center is for and really good at. Cross-sheet links break easily. Avoid using them in uncontrolled settings. We've often seen that this is where the problems originate from. Formulas also break easily and generally should be moved to a separate sheet. We can show you how to do that. Dashboards rely on key fields. They are best used with the Control Center deployment. They can be used in basic Smartsheet, but without Control Center, often we find that the dashboards end up breaking over time. When possible, work to share data rather than share entire sheets to keep better control of who could access and edit sheets. Overall, we're very excited about what Smartsheet can do. We'd love to help you out, and we'd love to chat more about the challenges that you face and how we might be able to help you solve them. We're really excited to work together, and looking forward to being in touch. Thank you. Bye.